I never let it ride, man. Sometimes you gotta let that music just flow. Welcome everybody to Kicking It with the Compa, just the one.
Yeah, I'm just here. It's just me today.
Oh my God, Yak is here. TJ Chan, Tommy Chan, Jesus Chan, and Army Chan, and Taco Chan.
Actually, you know what? I like that appropriate.
I'll take Taco Chan. I'm okay with that.
I'll take that.
I'll take that.
Well, we're missing a few cast of characters.
Yeah, look at I'm there. I'm back to Taco Chan.
I don't stop.
Waka waka.
Stop.
That's what anime says, right?
Don't ever call yourself Taco.
Waka 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 Taco. Oh, is that like a? Oh no.
Oh, that sounds so racist.
What? Wait, which way? Japan or Mexico?
Both. I don't know how you offended both people at the same time. Huh?
Konnichiwa.
I'm trying my best not to smile too much.
Why?
Well, because after someone says I'm trying too hard when I'm laughing, I just
oh no! Oh my God!
I'm kidding. I had to make one poke at it.
No, I've already made pokes at you while you were gone because I was like, "We're the greatest ever. We're number one." And I go, "TJ can't rate me in now because we're the greatest ever. TikTok sensations." That's how I started the show yesterday, and the other guys were hating it.
I was like,
yeah. Here's the thing, folks. I don't even know how we start this. Actually, how I was gonna start this was TJ we're just having our pre-show banter, just catching up for the day because he was sick yesterday. Wanted to make sure he didn't have COVID, doesn't have COVID, but I was telling him about the day and catching up and stuff, and I'm like, dude, you're the only person today I've talked to where money wasn't a transactional part of it. Like, oh, whoops, that's a teaser of what we're talking about. Like, every person I've talked to today, money's been involved because I'm a salesman. So like my bosses, I was making money. Everybody I've talked to today. So other than the guys in the group chat, but I'm talking about verbally. So think about how many thoughts are in my head that I don't get to verbalize because I'm a creative, insane person.
okay.
Yeah.
I was like
think about how many thoughts go through your head that you can potentially talk to like Michaela, your girlfriend, about. You can be like, hey babe, sometimes giraffes, heads are too tall, so they can't drink water properly because they have a sore neck. What if they have a sore throat? Does it hurt the entire thing or just a segment? These are the thoughts that you get to get out with other people, and
that's a real question.
These are the things that I have to think about and then expel them onto you. But usually by that time,
no, I don't want to. That's a good question. I don't know. Like, do giraffes even? Do animals get sore throat?
Animals definitely get illnesses and sore throats for sure.
But does it affect the entire throat?
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, because when my throat hurts, It's only this part that's gonna hurt. A giraffe has a lot of neck, and so if it gets,
I don't think. But I think sore throats are from tonsils and uveal, right?
Right, but that's still a part of the throat. So is it just in the head neck part? Or is it all the way down? Can they get a branch or something they bite that didn't chew all the way, get stuck in there and scrape this thing and be like, ah, shit, my lower third quarter branch hurts my neck.
I don't like this.
We're answering the real questions here on this.
Kicking with the I'm genuinely actually. Can you Google search this?
I'm not fine.
Can you please search this?
Giraffes.
I need to know.
Wow. Well, that's sad. That was a child Googling what I just read right there. Do giraffes get COVID-19? I know, because I never thought about animals getting it once during this whole time.
I don't think they can.
Some I think can. There was some sort of weird people. But do giraffes get sore throats? No stupid questions, Reddit. Thank you. If so, that must suck. Maybe, but they do throw up. A risky click of the day.
No.
No? You don't need to see a giraffe throw up?
Don't need to see that today. Bro, that must. Now I really feel bad for giraffes because if they do get sore throat, imagine if all your body had a sore throat,
or a majority
of your body had a sore throat.
I'm pretty sure it's called COVID-19. That's your throat and then your lungs, and then that's about a good amount of giraffe proportion of your body. You don't have it. You're fine.
I don't have it.
I don't have it. I got to test Saturday.
But I mean. You said that we'd switch to positive.
We are switching to positive.
That's not positive.
Giraffes can get sore throats, and I bet you they get medication for it or something. If they're in a zoo, if they're in the wild, they're just screwed. It's fine. It's the circle of life.
I'm not joining you for that. I'm the straight man today. So I was I'm reining you in. Yeah, I'm back. I'm reining you.
Yeah, I couldn't rein in shit yesterday, so For those of you, lucky few who saw that show, you will see a highly edited version on our channel sometime in the future and on all of our platforms, which you should follow at The Mexcellence pretty much everywhere. If you just search The Mexcellence on any platform, you'll find us. We have that kind of pull, TJ.
Except for our merch store, which search up Mex Merch.
But you can also look up themexcellence.com. It goes to mexmerch.com, where you can find all sorts of delightful Mex merch. If you don't think about it, you should think about it more. Somebody in our Facebook ad said that we were weird for doing this. I don't know what that meant, but they're like, y'all are weird for this. And I was like, what? We're just putting a girl up there with the Mexcellence shirt up there. It's the name of our brand. I don't know what's weird about it. But
I think they assume. Let me make sure, because granted, right? If you don't know us, or you don't know the host or anything, or if you don't know even you,
right.
If a business was capitalizing on,
this sweet summer collection that you can get only at mexmerch.com for a limited time?
No, on the name The Mexcellence.
Right.
They'd be like, that's a little sus.
Oh.
Until you get into... But today, we're actually going to briefly mention...
Oh, my God.
...about what Mexcellence is.
Oh, my God. What? I don't even know what we are, honestly. I thought we were just shills for T-shirts and leggings.
If we were...
We have leggings, ladies.
If we were, I don't think we'd be doing the show. I'd be probably spending my full-time job making sure that site's doing okay. Which, actually... It kind of is.
Yeah, look at those leggings. Get them. They're not actually. The thing is, they're like our hottest selling item randomly. Like it's like one girl will wear them and like buy them in somewhere. Like one girl bought them in Texas somewhere. So they're out there in the world. And someone's like, "Oh, I like those. Where'd you get them?" She's like, "Mexmerch.com." And someone bought it also in that same city. And I was like, "So there's two people in that city wearing matching leggings that are from me." And then like my brother's girlfriend who loves them because they have pockets. That's right, ladies. Leggings with pockets. I think about the ladies and their needs.
I think most women would legitimately. That's a common complaint.
I would just add pockets to everything, to be honest.
I just want women to have normal pockets.
Right.
Not girl pockets, not women pocket. Like I'm talking man. I can fit an entire Subway sandwich in my pocket.
Why would you want to?
I was just giving the length and size of a pocket.
Cargo shorts are an affront to God. We're used to those.
No, I'm not even saying a cargo shirt.
I'm saying cargo shorts are all pockets.
No,
and
too many pockets.
How come girls don't have all pocket pants? This is what I'm asking.
I'm pretty sure women can wear cargo shorts if they wanted to.
But
or capris. Capris are kind of like.
But they don't have the capris. They're
they
long
sometimes
shorts.
have the pocket. They sometimes have.
How weird is that? Like how? Have you ever seen a girl wear cargo shorts that wasn't in a '90s skater movie?
I want to say, yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course. Yes.
Oh.
Of course I have.
I feel like I'm missing something very obvious.
No, I'm just saying, yeah.
Oh, I haven't. I saw him in Rocket Power. Maybe. That's the only place I've seen him. By the way, you can get cool hats like this. Or if you get something kind of neat, you can make variants like me, because I'm the owner of a company that I can just make variants of cool designs. I actually have this one also in my room. I like the Mexcellence classic logo design. But enough shilling for today. At least for right now. Because we are world famous, as we mentioned. And that's why we're here.
World famous.
All 5,000 people out there in the world, TJ, think that we're okay.
They do.
At least on TikTok.
They think they're pretty okay. And right. I'm actually going to get a little serious for a second.
I think you're a little emotional.
Fuck no. Listen, nigga, I'm still not 100%. But
fair enough.
But I did want to, so the whole premise of why I even hit up Sammy today, outside of just wanted to make sure that, we get more content for y'all guys, but also primarily is a huge and genuine thank you. Thank you to all of the massive support this last month we've gained on TikTok.
On YouTube,
on Instagrams, on all the platforms have been shining. But primarily, we did want to, we hit 5K followers on TikTok.
We had 100,000. I was like, we hit 120 yet? Yeah, we hit 100,000 likes.
We're above 120.
Fuck yeah. What?
I wasn't ready for that.
We're supposed to do TikTok. We're TikTok shills now. We got to do the dances, and we got to do things like, 10,000 subscribers, baby. We're on our way.
That was one of our, that literally this bit that you did was not one of our best performing TikToks.
Yeah, because they don't get it.
It's TikTok. What do you mean?
They don't get that I'm being facetious, but not really, but maybe kind of.
They get, stop. No, we're not going down the route.
Hey.
But stop it. Look, for reals, For real, so we wanted to, number one, just take some time, say a huge thank you to everyone. We are in the works because it's going to happen. We know that we got all the support and it's going to keep on growing. So we really want to appreciate and respect that. But we are in the works, getting some stuff together for the 10K. So I can't mention everything, but I promise you, definitely will be a lot of chente.
A lot of Mexicano things.
A lot of anime. And a lot of explaining to this man what either one of those things is. I'm kidding. He knows one side.
I know at least one of them. You guys get mad at me for knowing only Dragon Balls, so we'll fix that maybe. You'll let me know. A lot of people were like listing off animes and part 7s of JoJo's and part 4s, and I don't know these things.
But no, I mean, I will not spoil anything, but promise you, JoJo with this guy will happen. I'll make it happen. But it has to, only after a while. But outside of that, just wanted to make sure that everyone knew not only that we say thank you, that we do legitimately take all of your feedback and information into consideration, but also that one thing we're seeing and one thing I'm really happy about is just the positivity. And the comment sections have all been very light and lovely. I could count on one hand, more like 3 fingers maybe, any sort of negative comments, and they're not really there. And that really gives it a testament to y'all guys. And so one of the biggest areas that we want to focus on is making sure that Mexcellence is more than just a place where you get, a couple of dorks and idiots talking about anime, Hispanic culture, literature, minority issues, anything, but also just a safe space for anybody to express themselves. And so,
yeah, it's like, here's the thing, folks. Some of you may know me from prior engagements and other websites and things like that. I may be world famous. You might have seen me on other platforms and other things. No, I'm talking to the people.
Showy.
I've been on The Real Rejects. I've been on my buddy Eddie G's and Tiburcio's show a couple times. I've been on a Dame Drops video. The world famous Double Toes Studio. I've done all that shit. But this is the first thing I've done for me, myself, these guys out here. Marcos, JJ, Tommy, TJ, and then for myself, Sammy Gonzalez. This is the first time I'm doing it for me, and y'all are responding more than I could possibly even show gratitude for, or like I don't know what to do with my hands. That's how good I feel about just this last week. It's been about a week since we got our first little uptick, and
2 weeks,
and
it just has
the show. Yeah, the show's it's gonna keep rolling. The kicks keep on coming, baby. I can't wait. And the thing is, it's not slowing down. We've slowed down our production. We were just we had a weird week where we were just trying to catch up,
and everybody was a little sick. So.
Everyone got sick. I was sick, and so
out of town,
and it just never stopped. People were just like, "I think that's funny. I think that's funny." Different videos at different times, like randomly, like shit from like 3 weeks ago. They were like, "I like that."
That's
that
actually
resonates
the
with
funniest
me.
one where I was like, people are liking old stuff, which is awesome.
And that makes me feel good, guys, because I'm putting my fucking heart and soul into all this shit, all this fame talk, all this other nonsense. You'll learn that it's a big show from a big dummy like myself who just absolutely is, at the end of the day, so grateful for all of you. And I wouldn't be able to have this type of stupid fun. I wouldn't be able to talk to my friends every day and see them every day like I do. I wouldn't eventually be able to quit my job.
Stop it.
For you guys to help out.
Stop.
I'm just saying it's a possibility now that I could be in the world of influencer or news aggregator or commentator or film reviewer or political commentatist or top 5 maker. We do it all. That was a plug for every one of our shows in case you didn't notice. But it's a possibility. And I see that glimmer of hope, and it's because of you folks out there giving us a shot, letting us into your phones, your homes, and your screens. So I do appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you all so much. This is only the beginning, of course, with this guy's help and our entire crew's help.
Which I'll give this. We have never actually explained or even kind of gone into who we are.
We just are.
Yeah.
We're just
We just kind of say, we put our stuff out there.
like an enigma. Just like, wait, when are they airing their shows? What shows are they doing? What the hell are they talking about?
So I'll give a quick run through on the host and kind of where everybody is and a little bit about us, and we'll make it real quick. But number one, under the helm, the original person behind the Mexcellence, Mr. wouldn't even call him the head honcho, but he does make sure that in terms of content-wise, this is his studio. So
It's my house. It's like my couch is over there.
Yeah,
my kitchen's over there.
the couch is over there, and it's like right here. Like I could touch the
Like
couch.
yeah, no, like it's. You'll see us do gaming stuff. It's like right there. There's
It's
a
right
whole-
there.
I mean, this looks like a nice studio. I sometimes forget what people see out in the world.
They don't see.
They
like,
don't see that it's just an apartment.
or like how it's even framed. Like when I say like it feels like a studio, and then you forget that someone lives here because
Right.
he literally doesn't have like he has a TV, but it's like over. the
It's
streaming
over my
stuff.
gaming streaming stuff. I don't have like a coffee table.
He has a dining room.
I have a dining room, which is probably going to be turned into a gym because I don't have any. It's COVID times. I'm not having guests over for fine dinners.
That's a lot.
Like millennials do that anyway. When's the last time you've been to a dinner party with your friends? Mind you, I'm your friends. Mm-hmm. We don't have them. Is the point?
I have friends. What you talking about?
No, I mean no, not friends. Dinner parties.
Oh hell yeah! I was like, I have friends.
Why would I say that?
You were like, yeah, I have none. I was like,
Yeah, you have
wait.
just us and no one else. Just remember that, TJ.
But this is Mr. Sammy Gonzalez. He is literally the one. Like, if you go to the Mexcellence official, right? That's you.
No, the Mexcellence official is our official Instagram. If you look at the _ Mexcellence,
that's
I
you.
couldn't let it go. I'm sorry.
And then. So if you're seeing him, he's probably plugged into some area and making sure that this keeps on being able to produce. Now, in terms of back-end stuff and one of the other hosts here, you got me. My name is TJ, Taylor James. I am, trust me, if it's on one of our platforms, I'm in there.
When I talk about how awesome I am, he makes sure I don't either speak on it or feel it. I'm not sure. It feels the same. Like, I'll be like, I'm the greatest, and you're like, stop feeling great, and I'm like, is that
Don't make me sound
is that
evil.
a humbling thing,
Don't
or
make me sound evil. Don't make me sound evil.
like, is that to my benefit? I don't know. I still haven't figured it out. It sounds personal, feels personal, but I know it's not.
Just think about it this way: if it's looking pretty, or it's being or its content kind of being produced, that's him. If there's numbers and or making sure that things are where they need to be and timed out right and all that kind of stuff, that's more my camp. But also, one of the other hosts here, one of the I would say 3, but 2 specifically more anime depth individuals.
Oh.
We I don't know what else. I'm also the black host. I'm kidding.
2 of them.
We have 2
Come
of them.
on.
Which actually, speaking of 2 of them, then you have the other people who aren't here today. Literally, this was on the fly because we wanted to make sure we got a thank you.
It was on the fly. I'm traveling in a little bit. These guys work. They don't get paid, so it's just them coming, and so this is their day off. So,
But you have Tommy, JJ, and Marco. All of which I'll leave their more in-depth introductions to the cut-ins that we'll have. But more so, Tommy is resident in terms of comic books, any sort of information, stuff
movies.
like that. Movies.
The reviews are named after.
I mean, McGrew reviews. Another fellow, literally like bringing into anime journey as well. We have JJ, the second on this anime ship.
Would you call him second? He might be first, man. He knows a lot about anime.
I think y'all really underestimate what I've seen.
I know you. I know, but like
I wouldn't say second, like in terms of he's number 2. I just meant like second, like
he's
the second like, bigger. Yeah. If it comes to anime, he is definitely the go-to. And then I'll follow it up. Oh, and I forgot to briefly mention, you can kind of chime this in too. If you're talking to us on the TikToks, it's me and him.
Yep.
So trust me,
I'm Sammy. He's
I'm
TJ.
TJ. So you'll see us have the hyphen names there, but please leave as many comments as you like. We'll try and get to them.
And if there's no hyphen, it's probably just me saying something innocuous.
I have to come in sometimes and be like,
Just remember, if you're being insulted or cut down, per his brand. If you're like, oh man, I love anime so much, and you're like, sit your ass down, motherfucker. You don't love it that much. I love it more than you. That's TJ in the comments.
That's not what I.
Not over.
That's not me.
Here's the funny thing, guys. You've all made me a better person, and I'll leave it at that.
Really, I'm not kidding. You have. We had to coach this up. But no, not for reals. JJ's awesome. One of the more. I wouldn't say. He's got unexpected quips and humor and wit easily. I think he's the funniest one out of all of us. But then lastly, but definitely not least, probably the person who runs the show second behind you in terms of content and controlling things in front of the camera is Marco.
Margo.
literally can't even go into the amount of awesome things I could say about Marco. But just talking about, you want a punk, hardcore, beer drinking,
shoots from the hip Texan,
border town,
punk rock country, fucking USA fighting mother,
country, country,
like
not
Mexican country,
Mexican country,
like De Rancho, even though he's not from a ranch. He's probably been on plenty of them.
That's Marco.
He's better suited on one than I, probably, but
probably. But those are, and then of course we have rotational hosts like who I will definitely get to introduce themselves to.
Yep.
But really wanted to take this opportunity to not only let y'all guys know who we are, but also, why the Mexcellence, right? You got people of all different colors, shapes, and sizes on the show. Really, actually, it's three.
We're all large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're three big dudes.
Like JJ's the only shape and size. The rest of us are just large.
Just tall and big.
And Tommy's average.
Tommy's average, but he's still taller.
Right.
Like
I'm 6'4". All right. So if you're looking at this and be like, oh, just like
we are.
I'm 6'4". You're 5'10".
5'11".
5'11". And nobody's really 5'11". They usually say they're 6 foot. So he's 5'11".
Well, I'm actually okay. So to be fair, I'm actually 6, but like I'm 5'11".
What? Mm-hmm. Like football program 6'2" kind of thing?
No. Like
because I'm 6'5" football program for sure. That's cleats and helmet for those of you who know the reference. I feel like, you get it.
I feel like it just depends on like I'm at that weird like 3-point whatever. So like if I'm wearing a different shoe, like just depends.
Like
so I just say 5'11".
If you're in a good mood.
Yeah, if I'm in a good mood, I'm 6. But not for real, it doesn't really matter. But why the Mexcellence in general? All these different people, because not only does most of us are from Texas, and he's from California. So all of us have been touched by Hispanic culture in some way.
You should have phrased that a little bit differently, but
why?
It's just we have all been touched. You paused on touched.
Yeah, touched by Hispanic culture.
No, that is different than touched by Hispanic culture.
You see, you took it to a different level.
Like this is how I feel like Spanish culture touched you, just
shut up,
caressed you lovingly on the face.
Let me get through this.
I'm just saying. No, because you'd be like, yeah, we've all been touched by Mexican culture because we, touched.
Yeah, I mean,
but you were like touched by Mexican culture.
Because, dog,
Now, in his case, he's also the Casanova of our friend group. The problem is that all our Casanovas on our friend group are taken right now.
I am stolen away at the moment. But
yeah, so ladies, I'm emotionally unavailable.
If you don't,
hey, you didn't hear the joke?
If you don't get on somewhere, look. The most important part is that all of us have been impacted by Hispanic culture in some way, shape, or form. It's part of who we are as growing up. But not only that, we also want to cherish and be. I mean, in case of me and Tommy, we like to be allies. But the Mexcellence is more than just Hispanic culture. It's literally a representation of various different minorities, shapes, forms, and sorts. And we always are all different aspects of nerds and
really bad.
Into cartoons and all that kind of stuff. And so we like to put it all in a mixing pot of whatever we want to talk about. And then that's how you get all 5 of us, all 7 if you really want to get out there.
Right. And probably even more than that because I got the original Mexcellence that we did back in California. And also at the same time, I have 2 black hosts because I'd probably get canceled if I didn't.
Can you stop?
No, what I'm saying is that is part of my humor and our humor, first and foremost. And secondly, the real answer, if you don't yell at me and let me get to it immediately after the joke, is that
I was like,
no, I'm
not even mad. I was just like, it was so quick. You were so just quick with it. I was like, where'd that come from?
I was waiting for like 3 minutes for you to finish talking so I could make that joke. But what I'm saying is I have them on not because it's just whatever's, it's fun time. It's because, one, it is that Texas connection. Things that they go through also as black men is completely different and in a lot of ways the same as what any Mexican or Mexcellent or even any Central American, South American, whatever type of American you identify as. It's a lot of the same stuff. So if there's even a modicum of chance that I can break some of these things up a little bit just by being like, wait, what? Black folks do that too? Mexican folks do that too? If I could just be a part of that, the whole idea is unity through our difference, which is kind of the idea that I've always had with this and actually very eloquently put in that moment. That was actually off the cuff, kind of like the giraffe thing. It was very eloquent.
I'm not usually the one to, throw out the meanness towards you, but that's like the smartest shit
Yeah,
you've said in a while.
it happened.
I was like, I was thrown off. I was like,
Yeah, a couple
I'm
of
the word one.
Yeah.
Vocabulary is my thing.
Hey, sometimes the loose screws can find themselves in the hole and spin. So, that's kind of what we're looking at here. And we're having a good time doing it. And I want to keep doing it. I just renewed my lease, so I'm here for another 10 months at the very least. So let's make the next 10 months worth it so then I can move to a place and or be able to fly back home to California as many times as I want because that shit is expensive over there.
Really?
What, California?
No, just flying there? I thought it was okay now.
Oh, what are you talking about?
You said it's expensive. I was like, it ain't
Expensive
bad.
to fly.
Really?
Yeah. The ticket, hey, baby, COVID's over, baby. COVID is over.
I was like, I didn't plan anything.
I dropped $500 yesterday between flights, cars, and hotel.
Oh, get out of here. All right, so, and more important things.
He's rich.
I'm not rich.
That's a running joke that you will be a part of if you continue to watch The Mexcellence.
But however, which way, I have to do this on the stream so he knows. Make sure you cut in what I'm about to say.
Fine.
But,
Get a clean break. Hi, Tarlin, by the way. We're doing well.
doing excellent.
And
make sure you use this opportunity to literally just give us comments and any sort of areas y'all want to hear talked about. Let us know because we always take that feedback to heart.
right, because you guys are our overlords now, and whatever you want, we're like McDonald's. Have it your way, baby.
But the other...
I'm not sure if it's going to be quite like that because I was like, hey guys, what should we talk about? Yesterday I put it in the thing. Someone was like, Afghanistan, COVID-19, Ghana. And I'm like, no.
Positive things to talk about.
That makes me sad. And you guys know about it because if you want to know about it, you've watched the news already and already pre-sad about it.
If you're coming to us for your Afghan updates, I don't think you've come to the right place.
Also, tomorrow
Is our topic.
is Mongol Radio, our political podcast about Afghanistan, featuring Afghanistan war veteran Marcos Lira, our host.
He actually knows the shit there.
Right. So,
But-
so if you want to hear it from the mouth of babes and or military,
Wow.
yeah, and he's been following it for a long time. He's like, yeah, I saw it coming a mile
Is Allie on the show tomorrow?
away. Huh?
Is Allie on the show tomorrow?
Yep.
Oh, that's going to be a good one.
It's gonna be short and sweet.
But for reals, we want to say thank you. Really be on the lookout for the 10K. When we hit that, I got for reals, that was the main one we were planning for.
Oh, yeah.
But the 5K, we wanted to make sure we took some time to say what's up. Thank you so much. And we'll continue to produce content, share with your friends. If you like us on TikTok, you can check out all the other stuff on some of the other platforms. I would personally recommend the YouTubes if you are sometimes I can understand Twitch being very long, but YouTube's got short cut up a little easier.
And if you want that long form content, we have the Mexcellence Archive. It's a separate channel. Just go to the Mexcellence original page, click the red face, and then you'll take you to the archive. You can watch the full 2 hour, hour and a half, 3 hour episodes as we streamed it live. That's all good and dandy. And if you don't want to watch us, I mean, we're handsome people, all of us. But if you liked hearing our sultry voices, you can go to anchor.fm/the MEXCELLENCE. That's the Mexcellence. And you can find us on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music or podcast, a couple other Google podcasts. You can find us everywhere, and we're
Literally
there.
just search for the excellence. But for us, thank y'all. Moving on.
And in the chat, I'm using this opportunity right now to order Chipotle. So that's what they said. You take the opportunity to go follow us? No, they're just ordering Chipotle, and Tarlin is ordering Popeyes. So
Hey, man.
because when you have neck surgery, you got to order Popeyes.
I'm
Actually,
neck surgery.
I have one. I know you've been tweaking your neck. Did the giraffe thing? Are you feeling remorseful pain for those poor giraffes?
Nah, when I lean my head back like this, it hurts like a bitch.
Well, then don't lean your head like that.
Well, it's hard because, sometimes I like to roll my neck.
That's your tick. That's your muscle man like.
Yeah, that's-
fuck swole dog.
No, I mean, you see my shoulders, bro? This hurts. I was like,
You see my shoulders? They're ridden with anxiety. Okay. No, actually, this is, I'm gonna cut it off because we're gonna talk about Star Wars at the end of this. But this is actually a good segue into the other thing I wanted to talk about real quick, and my inability to manage fucking COVID-19. Holy shit, dude! I've been stressed, buddy.
You're always
'Cause
stressed.
I'm always stressed. You guys got to understand that. You'll learn that about me. Heartbroken all the time and stressed.
yeah, just as
I've been single for 2 years. I'm still heartbroken somehow. Shut up. See,
Stop
he knows.
it. Stop.
No, but the whole point, though, and this is, and the other thing about this show is that I'm also very open with my mental health, and for some of you,
mental health is important. And we all take it very seriously.
I take it super seriously, and I'm very open about my stuff. So I haven't been to therapy in 2 months just for scheduling conflicts. We had the tournament the last time I was supposed to go. Then my therapist yeeted herself to another state. She didn't tell anybody until after the fact. It feels like I was left out of the loop. So she's just been moving. And then she's like, oh, we have a session this Saturday. I'm flying to California. So I'm going to go good 2 whole months without therapy, which I'm doing all right. But one of the things about therapy and one of the things about myself is I'm a crier. Dude, growing up, my dad, I mean, people see that Kevin
Your
Hart.
eyes are moist right now.
Well, that's because I broke the seal. I broke the seal because, one, if you guys have ever seen Kevin Hart do that sketch about him and his mom doing math problems, 1 + 1, Kevin. 1 + 1. Have you seen that sketch?
I probably have, but
The idea is he's
Not a
like
Kevin Hart fan.
crying. I know, that's right. Not Kevin Hart, but he's crying. 11, like he is just so torn up, and the anxiety of father-son stress and math. That's why I let you do all the math first and foremost. But secondly, I am a crier. That's real. I don't like math. Math makes me cry.
when it comes to all of our numbers.
like the only thing I'm getting right now is big number go up. Me likey big number. And the thing is, with TikTok, big number go likey. So I like it. So, but that said, I usually go to therapy to cry nowadays because it's usually every 2 weeks. I go, okay, I got my problems. Life is crazy. Afghanistan.
It's a safe space to be vulnerable.
Yeah, COVID, whatever, and I just it's been builds up, and then every 2 weeks I just let it out. I'm like, the world's unfair, and my shoelace was untied yesterday, and I don't, and, it's just sometimes rational, sometimes irrational, sometimes I talk myself through it. So it's been 2 months, and because I've built that pattern of going to therapy every 2-3 weeks and crying at therapy. And not like keeping myself from crying, but just becoming the habit of like, okay, I can handle my emotions. I can decompress, I can go. So then and in the chat, there's nothing wrong with crying. Yeah. I don't care. I talk about it all the time. But it's been 2 months. And so like lately I've just been like, I need to talk to somebody about my problems. Things are getting worse. My sister's a teacher and she's in the schools and it's freaking me the fuck out. I'm going crazy. But during this whole time of this high anxiety, I haven't been able to cry. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, it's just like either a block or I don't know what. And it's not even like a macho thing because that's the whole point of me telling you I cry. Machos wouldn't even tell you that they didn't cry.
No,
I'm a big softie. Y'all know this. And you don't, you will. So I'm like, what is going on? It's got to the point, though, I was at work and I'm like frustrated at work. Things didn't go through. And I'm just like, what do I do with this misplaced anger? And... oh my God, man. I go, what is the Hail Mary? What can make me cry? Because I have a couple videos I go to. One of them is a strong bad email about crying. But I was already playing it in my head. I've already seen it 100 times. It's run its course. But then I was like, wait a minute. I wonder if this would actually work. Because everyone knows it's the crying movie. Especially for Mexican people. This is the crying movie. So I was like,
I know it's a crying movie and I haven't seen it.
Which surprises me. But I'm like, what's going to make me cry? I'm so stressed out. I need to cry. What's going to do it? And God dang it, Coco, man. I played the ending of Coco. You haven't seen it, but there's a song that you've probably heard from the trailers and whatnot. Oh my God. Well, there's a song.
I just know the ending.
Right.
Which sucks.
Right.
No, which sucks. Like, I literally went so long, so, okay. You know how people have mentioned, like, by mention, you're like, okay, I kind of know. Right.
Yeah,
but I
so
never
that's
had that
Coco.
100% like confirmation. And then like it was in the chat. And it was actually in our Max. It was actually in the sync
countdown, yeah,
sync
one of
countdown
them.
chat. These motherfuckers just are like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. This is the ending of Coco. I was mad. I was like, come on. I avoided this for so long.
Because it's already in the American ether.
But it's
like,
I feel like I was still. I know I can't get mad at spoilers this long, right?
Right.
But I'm more mad that I was able to avoid it comfortably for so long, and I kind of had like a guesstimation. But I'm certain the journey of watching it will still be.
No, but even then, you can just watch that ending, and for those of you who've seen Coco, know the ending. You watch that ending, you're just compelled to cry. And the problem with Coco, and the thing that makes me so mad about it, is that there's little details in the movie. If you look at the grandma's hands, my cousin like pointed it out. That's what my grandma's hands look like. My grandma who's no longer with us. Hell, my grandma that is with us, her hands look like that. And he's like holding her and you could see the animation. And so I'm like, oh, I miss my grandma. That was the first thought. And then the scene goes on, and there's a revelation about a musician in the movie. And the musician looks like my fucking grandfather who's no longer with us. And I don't watch that scene because both of those things just like, I'll be having a good day. And it's just like, ugh. And so literally after 2 months of not crying, holding it in, I was like, remember me, though I have to say goodbye. And I'm just like, okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. And then her hand starts moving and I'm like, oh boy, here we go. And then she pulls out the picture and it looks like my grandfather. And I'm just like, no. And I finally got like a whole burst of ugly tears out. Like the catching your breath ugly tears.
How many times did I tell you that crying was not allowed in the Manatsa household?
Oh, well, you have cried since you've been out of the household. You need to cry. You need to watch Coco.
I'm kidding. I've cried. I'm not a monster.
You need to watch Coco to get it out of your system because I was, by the way, fight the man. I was on the clock doing this. And I was like, you know what? This is good for productivity, which is a weird way to think about mental health.
Everybody has, time out. Everybody has movies that they have on while they're working.
I don't. I work in silence.
Really?
Yeah. Tommy thought I was a serial killer because the thing is, any sort of music or anything in the background is super distracting for me.
I have moments where where I kind of get in those modes, but for the most part, I'm like, yeah, I need something. You can actually ask my girlfriend. She'll tell you straight up that I'm consuming like 3 pieces of content at once.
Oh, I can't.
And then I can actually, and it's not like I'm like I'm not knowing what's happening and I can't recite what's going on. She'll be like, I can actually recite everything back because I'm actually absorbing all that information.
Yeah,
but I need that constant sort of engagement.
Yeah, I just can't do it. I focus on my thing and it's just like, I don't want to pause, start all the time. But I was like, I need a break. Let me just do it. Let me see if I can get this fucking tear feeling out. And then I played the scene, man. And boy, howdy, baby. I was just sobbing at work. And then as like my appointment hit, the clock hit, 3:05. And I was like, shit. Thank you for calling. That was like, that was serial killer-ish because that person beforehand, you gotta check on your customer service friends or check on your call center friends or your phone people, your phone dealing people, because if you're not nice to them, like if that guy would have said something south to me, I would have probably just immediately started crying. He's like, so you want to buy insurance today? No, I don't want to buy your insurance. Your insurance is too high. Like it was the ugly cry. See, I'm doing it now because I'm thinking about fucking Coco.
Literally, I'm not. If you guys can't tell, like, there's literal like it's getting moister.
It's half heat, half sleepy, half Coco.
That's 3 halves.
Which is why I'm crying. There's too many things.
Yes, this is a proof that you cry a lot and can't do numbers. You verified everything. You verified all the things at once.
And I'm authentic. So
I was like, how do you simultaneously prove 2 things?
Hey guys, you think I'm lying out here? I'm the greatest and a crybaby. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out the middle ground between the greatest ever and crybaby. I could be both.
You could be both.
I could be number 1 on TikTok just crying all the time. Bro, I can't wait for my TikTok cry breakup video, like for YouTubers. Like that's YouTubers. Every YouTuber has to have a cry video where they have to apologize for something, or they have to like break up with their girlfriend. They don't have to do it, but they do it anyway. Or like the thumbnails,
it's not a legal obligation,
right? But they're like thumbnails. Their eyes are all red and shit. It's like we broke up, and then it has like 4 billion views. That's what I can't wait to get to.
We're not putting that on the excellent shit. It's all positive vibes around here. If you want to cry on your breakup, that's on your shit.
We talk about I'm gonna go get a girlfriend, put her on the show, make everybody fall in love with her, then us be broken up for like 3 months, and then make the video. Be like, we broke up 3 months ago. You guys didn't know, but we wanted to keep the excellence together. Dude, I thought we'd better for you guys now. Go follow her on the I was gonna say the Sexcellence, but that's JJ. So Sexcellence, JJ, Blackcellence. You or Tom, you guys are still fighting over it. Haven't figured it out yet.
I mean, we're fighting over it.
I mean, he wants it.
It's already won.
Well, then you better take over the Instagram handle and start producing content.
Hell no.
Because it still says the Blackcellence, Sammy Gonzalez. I think it fixed it, but it did for a long time.
To me, the Blackcellence is the excellence, right?
Well, and at the same time, that hot girl, wherever she is, I can't wait to give her a YouTube channel that's going to be better than ours.
So you know she's gonna win out on that.
Yeah, of course, of course.
She's gonna win the better following,
Right? Because here's the thing: I'm not gonna shit on her. Like that's not my style, right? Like I'm not gonna be like, yeah, we broke up and she did this, and this. It's gonna be totally amicable, and I'm gonna be like, you know what, man, it was on me. I could have been a better man. I could have done this and that, and she don't have to take none of the blame because that's the type of person I am. You know me. A buck stops here, ends here. I don't try to point the blame at nobody. So if something bad goes on, I'm just be like, yep, it's all my fault. I'm a fuck up. And she'd be like, but she cheated on you 7 times. It's all my fault. I wasn't a good enough man.
No, okay, I can't ride that wave. I'm gonna have to slap you back into shape.
which is TJ's third talent. It's numbers, analytics, and slapping the sense into me.
What do you mean, just you?
What? You do that for other people?
These hosts?
Oh, yeah.
My job.
Well, I could have used you yesterday because yesterday's show was too far.
Hey man, it happens, and I mean, Kicking It's the one show where I won't get too twisted about.
Oh man, it's a good thing you're not watching this fully.
I didn't watch the show.
You don't need to.
I didn't watch it, but I didn't even know until I came in.
Oh yeah, and I was like, bro, we were off the rails, dog.
I come in, he's like, we got to talk about Star Wars. I said, Star who?
We got to talk about the Star.
I was like, I just came to say thank you.
Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. Because,
hey man, really, always keep up with that vulnerability. We do care.
Yeah, and if I start crying about Star Wars, then you guys know it's real too. Disney. So if you guys give us a pretty early screening of the next Star Wars Mandalorian film, I will cry on cue.
They won't.
What if they do though?
They won't. I don't want that.
I do. I want early access to Disney movies and the ultra expensive Disney hotel that's $3,000 a night. You don't want those luxuries?
No.
We're the Mexcellents. We could be the Mexcellent branding of. We can have Luchador Mandalorian shit.
No.
And have that be our branded merch?
No.
You don't want the licensing rights to some Star Wars Mexcellence merch?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because that means we're shills, and I don't.
But I love shilling for money. Bro, Dollar Shave Club knocks on our door. It's going to be the Mexcellence featuring Dollar Shave Club, all right?
I never said that. I just
Zenny Optical, if you're out there, I will wear the glasses. BigShoes.com is in Austin. I wear BigShoes.com, so BigShoes.com. I know we're not a shoe podcast, but I'd wear your shoes everywhere.
Look, dude, stop the shilling. Because
for now, for free.
I mean, because the only way that we're even able to run this podcast is via ExpressVPN. Do you?
Oh no! God damn. See, I thought I got a deal for NordVPN. Shit. What? Did we double cut? We can't do that.
Shit. The VPNs are really
Extreme VPN and NordVPN. God.
Nah.
Shit, dude.
But but for reals.
But don't worry, guys. It's okay. We're not gonna shill about any of that. It's okay because in our downtime, we don't talk about all this stuff. Usually we're just playing Raid Shadow Legends. Listen to Raid Shadow Legends.
Stop.
Well, anyway,
Raid wouldn't even look our way. Actually, never mind. Raid would because they sponsor everything.
And we've already given enough seconds of their time to talk about Raid Shadow Legends.
Really, the only people that will completely fold over to is still Chili. So,
and be sure to follow me on Thoughtable.com. It's just me doing erotic novels, reading them out loud.
Slowly.
Is Thoughtable.com a real thing? Because I thought about that right now.
Stop it. Stop.
I'm just going to look up the word Thoughtable. I'm not going to show the people what comes up.
Who is?
Oh man,
who's the purple name?
The Twitter, that's Senior Two Phones. He's there.
Oh.
TJ's Corner by X Videos. That's another podcast.
Hey, time out. Yeah, that's not a joke. We let them know my dream. Not whatever I need to do actually, but anything monetarily and or influentially wise, I will do.
That being said, Thoughtable.com looks to be available, so I know what my next endeavor is. Fuck the excellence. Follow me on Thoughtable.com.
I hate that.
He walked seductively into the room. All right, enough of that.
But
to talk about Star Wars. Because anime, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're anime shills now. I'm kidding. No, I saw this and I was like, oh.
It's cool. I know how you're not super well versed on the anime side of things, but you have to admit, like, this was dope.
Well, no, here's the thing. Like, I have this weird love-hate relationship with Star Wars because I've hated, like, 7 of the last 10 things that they've done. Like literally, like I thought about it. I was like, okay, well, I didn't watch any like the Bad Batch or The Hurt Is Okay. I didn't watch the Clone Wars. Didn't watch all that stuff. I'm not like hardcore into Star Wars, but original trilogy for sure. Prequels, saw enough of. Mandalorian, I adore. I bought a 6-inch Mandalorian figure. I have that. What's some other stuff I like from Star Wars? I mean, honestly, Rogue One. No, actually, I got into the argument with the guys yesterday. I thought Rogue One was just fine. Rogue One's here's C-3PO. You want to look at him for 10 minutes? Hell, here's R2-D2. Did you hear him whistle? I hate it though, and it was the first time they did it, and so it left a really bad taste in my mouth.
Really, the first time? I don't think that's the first time.
That was the first time they did a non-trilogy series.
Oh,
that was the first non-trilogy movie that they made.
Really. No, I know, but like, I don't think that was the first.
But Force Awakens did it, and it annoyed me then, and then Rogue One did it, and I was like, I fucking hate this. Yeah. Also, I wasn't super keen on the very first thing the Mexican star of the movie did was shoot somebody in the back in an alley. Did not like that.
But don't go into that.
I don't like it. He's like, all right, we're going to be in rebellion. Bah!
He's actually cool.
Yeah, but that's like making a Mexican cholo gangbanger like your main character, and then having him stab somebody in the back in an alley.
You were searching way too deep.
I saw it immediately. I wasn't even searching. I was like, ooh.
You know, you're highly sensitive.
No, but I was like, ooh, Mexican character. He has a Mexican accent. He's like, yeah, don't worry, we'll make it out alive. And I'm like, no,
the Mandalorian does that.
Yeah, but he's a dad. He's protecting his Miko.
No, he literally shows up. Dink, like
the Mandalorian is a strong Latino father. All right, he is there for his baby. He carries the bassinet. We don't know where the mom is. It's a single dad hours, man. Pedro Pascal, he's a good father.
Well, the mom's not allowed in Star Wars anymore, quote unquote. Like the wrestler chick, right?
That's
yeah.
right. Oh.
Like she's not.
Yeah, the mama was saying some racist stuff, so she had to get kicked.
Mom wasn't PC, so they had to ship her back.
Yeah. Thick Mama Dune didn't.
She didn't like it very much.
Yeah,
What's funny is we're actually on a very similar page when it comes to Star Wars. I used to call myself a Star Wars fan, like a light Star Wars fan, but I can't really call myself a fan if I don't like love like a majority of your franchise. And I want to say I'm like at 50-50.
Well, between the fandom making it just insufferable, like honestly, sometimes they're just, it's just too much.
But any fandom like can have those routes.
But the last couple of years have been
Star Wars
particularly,
have been rough.
Because bullying that young girl. They were like
what's
the
interesting,
whole Rey thing of them just being like, she's a Mary Sue fucker, and there's arguments of the character being poorly written, but not enough to bully her off Twitter.
I mean, the tough part with Star Wars, right, is I felt like it was one of those series where it didn't used to have that, right? Where like most people were on the same page of like,
they were too busy fighting Star Trek people, and I was okay with that. That was like the set tripping of nerds,
they had
right?
Blood versus Crips.
Yeah, they were set tripping over Star Wars, Star Trek, and then Star Trek, and then Star Wars got J.J. Abrams, and they just squashed the beef, I guess. So like, whatever's.
I'm actually on the same page with you because I think that I'm okay on the new trilogy. There's a lot of things I don't like. I'm not actually. If you dig far enough into the Mexcellence resources, you'll see our review of one of the movies.
Yeah, we have the Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think about it. I did not like Last Jedi. I hated it. I just don't like it.
I'm probably the most soft on it.
Right. I remember falling asleep through it on a plane again. I was like, oh, this movie's not so bad. But I slept through the casino parts, and I'm like, wait, no, I can't just sleep through a half hour of the movie and call it a good movie. And then
Rise of Skywalker made me madder.
So. I enjoyed it because I like movie shiny objects and Star Wars laser blasts and things like that. But that ending, holy cow, baby! It's rough. It's rough, baby. Oh, yeah, and also trying to make Hitler redeemable is not a good idea for your franchise.
True.
It's very true.
I don't mind character redemption. They just really didn't do
How do you redeem a guy who's committed genocide against the Galactic Empire?
Well, I mean, you can't. There's better ways to do it, right? But so where my Star Wars kind of love and reception comes from are actually a lot of the. First of all, I do like the older movies.
Right. Of course.
I mean, they're like nostalgic. The 1 through 3, I'm probably the most like I'm like most people where it's like meh, but I didn't grow up with Star Wars, so for me, I don't usually get like super like like they're the worst things ever. Like I'm like they kind of sucked, but it's fine.
Yeah. When did 99 was when episode 1 came out?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
or
so
2000.
Yeah, I was around. I was 8 years old, 9 years old when it came out. So of course I'm gonna like episode 1, I was that little kid. Yippee! That was me.
I was around too, but my parents were like into Star Wars, so I didn't get introduced to Star Wars until honestly college. That's where I took the time.
Oh shit!
Watch all of them.
God damn.
It was like not even that long ago, right? Like maybe 5-6 years ago.
Right.
But then where my real kind of so the main line is probably outside of the first 3 is where I'm like it's okay. But actually, where my kind of Star Wars passion and love comes from are the video games.
Right.
Like where you have Battlefront and
Force Unleashed,
and more recently, what you got? Not last, the latest.
the Fallen Order.
Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Which I hated because all the wildlife just kept killing me and I couldn't beat them, so I put it on easy and just finished the story.
And that's fine. That's what they had it there for, right?
Right.
But I like the games, and then I also like Rogue One. To me, is the best Star Wars thing.
You and everybody else in the crew, like I said, whatever.
It's fine. You're entitled to your own opinion. But
and my opinion's right. I'm sorry. You gave me a free pass to walk away, and I did not take it.
I literally was like,
I know. I'm sorry.
Rogue One's pretty. Like I really like it. A lot of the animated Clone Wars. Clone Wars was awesome. It is awesome. And so
Rebels apparently is very good as well.
I haven't seen Rebels yet. But those off-kiltered, more Solo was fine, but
God, Solo, it could have been something completely
been way
fun because it had Lord Miller on it, and then whatevers. They were like, we don't want fun.
I like all of those one offshoot properties. So for me, a lot of so I'm in a very similar camp of like I'm probably not like I don't hate on Star Wars at all. Most of my disdain really comes from probably the fan base, and more so whenever they I usually say for me a fan base is rough whenever I don't mind how toxic you get between each other,
right?
But when you take it to the people who created the thing and then make them feel terrible,
right?
That's when I'm like
also,
or the actors.
Also, not making fucking John Boyega a goddamn Jedi it was right there. It was fucking right there, Disney.
It's tough.
No.
No. I'm with you. I'm not trying to get into that.
Yeah. Because then you'll be mad.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get into that. Go into the Rise of the Skywalker thing if you want to hear my opinions, and that's way far back. But primarily, I think that where it comes to something like what we talk about today.
Oh my God.
Now you got me worked up.
Star Wars, I missed you.
Now it's like, oh hey, Star Wars.
No,
Star Wars said, hey TJ, hey, Taylor J.
Okay.
Knocked on my door.
Look at.
Hey, we got something for you,
bro. Star Wars Star Wars is like
they knew
is like kind of like a verbally abusive husband. Never lays his hand on you, but it makes you feel like shit a lot of the time because you're like, I'm done with you. And then they baby, I bought you flowers. Here's the Mandalorian. And it's like, oh, I do love these flowers. You didn't know exactly what I wanted. A Wild West style Star Wars with no lightsabers? Fuck yeah. Thanks for the flowers, dear. And then they do some other stuff and they're like, nice little gestures here. But then they keep calling you stupid because they're like, here's Kylo Ren. Here, he's going to be in a romance with Rey. And you're like, I don't want this. Why are you saying these things to me? And then they come out with something like this and be like, here, I got you this shiny new rock. And it's like, you've been doing all this bad to me, but I like the look of that rock. And the rock we're talking about today is Star Wars Visions.
I'm not going to make fun of Stockholm Syndrome, but
hey, if it's good enough for Beauty and the Beast, it's good enough for us, all right?
True.
Tale as old as time.
Nah, but I like Beauty and the Beast is rough. But
look, that's the only way I make that joke work is Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast is rough,
right? Then go ahead and starve. See, Disney and Star Wars is the Beast,
but
you find love eventually.
I will say that, and I forgot to mention, Mando was fucking dope.
It's fucking great.
But yeah, dude.
It's the BR guest of the Star Wars universe.
But I feel like Star Wars is at its best whenever it literally branches away from the beaten path. I'm not someone who doesn't, I like Jedi, so I'm not going to say it's better without Jedis. I think most of the time, it forces them to write better.
Right.
So, yes, but I think that they're at their best whenever they're trying new things and testing new structures instead of trying to adapt it to what used to work. Because
right.
I think that's what held back the most recent trilogy.
Right.
Where they were trying too much to be like two routes. Contrarian to the original movies, and then also trying to match that sort of vibe. And
right.
it just never felt right. It never felt like its own, where they weren't afraid to take some steps that they don't normally do, right?
Right.
But whereas with the Star Wars. And what we got coming here now?
The Visions.
No.
English dub, which means it was probably all in Japanese to begin with.
I saw the sub already.
Oh my god,
which is the more preferred at the moment. But
how did you watch a sub for a trailer? Were you just reading out what they were saying?
No, they launched out. They launched them both at the same time.
Jesus Christ!
But also,
and you are a purist. You are a dubs, not no. You're a subs, not dubs.
For the most part, I'm not completely anti-dub. I mean, ultimately, it's all about like scoring your content the way you want to.
Right.
But usually, the reason why I lean into subs is because a lot of dubs try and retrofit things to match like American culture, or like they'll do little tricks, and then you might lose the essence of what they're talking about. So that's why I keep it to subs. But in a property like Visions, totally fine. I don't give a fuck.
I know what Star Wars is.
Star Wars. Well, everybody wants it.
It's a lightsaber. We know it.
So and some people really just don't vibe with subs, which blocks you off from a lot of content. But it's totally fine.
It seems like it was a little. I was going to be upset with you because I need you to pick a side, because this is a very heated debate. Are you a dubs or are you a subs?
I don't have to pick a side.
You have to pick a side.
No, don't get me started on that subject.
Oh, but I do. But we don't have the time.
No, I mean, I you've already heard it. I lean into subs 150% of the time, but I'm not gonna.
That's going on the TikTok. He hates all dubs people.
Stop it.
I'm not. We're gonna start, however, the Star Wars Vision trailer so we can talk about it.
I don't want to deal with that. I don't want it.
Come on, you're on the right side.
How would you know?
I don't know. I'm just taking a blind shot in the dark. It's a 50-50 to me. And siding with Japanese culture always seems to win, which is what Star Wars has always done as a callback. Kurosawa's samurais, and then they inverted that to the Western, to the Mandalorian. Now they're doing God knows what with this, because they're just doing some nonsense craziness out there, and it looks fun as shit. So let's watch the trailer real quick for Star Wars Vision.
A great warrior came to this village and entrusted our ancestors with this. Its power and responsibility.
You're crying already?
It's so cool.
That's not even how they work. But that looked dope as shit.
It makes more sense.
Pulling it out.
Yeah, I mean, it would cut whatever it's in,
Right.
but
No, he's timing it so that by it's releasing, because the lightsaber release is slow. But when I saw that initially, I'm like, he's just burning his hip. That's all he's doing. That's very.
This shit's been hot all day.
Lie with you.
Like, it looks dope, but come on.
Guided by the Force since you were born.
At last, the moment arrives.
It's the first time I've confronted such darkness. Something ancient and sinister.
A proper family.
Let's make this our best show ever.
コースと共にあらんこと。
What the fuck?
I accept this responsibility.
It's so cool, man.
It does not reek of 4Kids fuckery. That's all I will say right there. There's no Star Wars rap.
Yeah, there's no lollipops instead of cigarettes.
Yo, fam, it's Boba the Fett. He's gonna fight the Jedi today. Hip hop.
Stop.
I mean,
Stop it.
That's what the One Piece rap was.
And, first of all, the One Piece rap is fantastic.
What I just did was fantastic for 3 seconds of thought.
But no, for real, it's like, man, it's been a while since I've been able to get like stoked up about Star Wars. But when you put a bunch of like, what really gets me is that, they're doing the anthology thing where I'm assuming every story is different. I think they've already talked about that. But what they took it to the next level where they got different animation studios, like high quality animation studios.
Any you recommend or recognize?
Oh hell yeah. The one for the really I don't know how to describe it better. Like the really anime looking one with the
that one right there?
No. The one with
the one in the space.
The one in space.
Yeah. That one looked like Promare?
Premiere, Kill la Kill.
See, I know anime.
So like that animation style is attributed to one certain studio, but they have definitely flavors to where even I'm like, I might be Studio Parrot. Like it's definitely not. But
right.
There's like certain studios that I was like, oh man, like they probably made this. But even if they didn't, the animation, the changes, all the switches are so dope. And honestly, the one I'm probably like, I was like thinking about which one I'd be most excited about, all of them. But the one that I think took me back the most was the really different stylized anime, like the one with the samurai, the one we were crying about earlier, like with the samurai draw.
Maybe it's the same one as this one.
Yeah, like I think it might be
that's fucking creepy. That guy.
No, I don't like that. Looks a little different.
Okay,
because it's in a 3D. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
The Animatrix looking one.
What?
The Animatrix. Remember those Matrix movies, the 3D movie? Oh, you never saw those?
Never saw those.
Long story short, they made the Matrix movies, and they had some 3D CG type of thing.
No, I don't usually anime and CG never looks
that guy.
Good. But this looks pretty dope because of the stylization that they
right.
have. So taking the Star Wars properties, hyper stylizing it, and fitting it to a new audience, a demographic. Disney knew what's up. Come on, they were like, "Hey guys, what's the one group that we really don't go into too much?"
Right. It's the untreaded territories.
Mickey was like, "I'm all in Japan now." It's like they want it, bro.
Yeah, Disney looking like that. Oh yeah, we're gonna get those anime boys.
But man, coming from someone who now I love anime, so for me, like even if it's not that great on the Star Wars front, as long as it's telling a pretty dope story, which I don't think, especially with how their TV shows are, I don't think that they'll do a bad job here, but I'm gonna love it on multiple fronts. But I know that you're newer in your anime journey, so for you, kind of what were you thinking when you're coming out of this?
I gotta find it real quick because I don't want to get copyright stricken, but I need to find what I'm looking forward to. Lost him for a second. He's right there. There he is, baby. Chubby Boba Fett. I love Boba Fett. No, it's just the animation style. I don't know what it is. He's gonna be cute as shit though. He's gonna sell lots of toys.
You said chubby?
You look at him. It's chibi, I know, but he's chubby.
Oh,
But he
gotcha.
looks
Like-
chubby. That was meant to say the word chubby because look at his cheeks. He doesn't even have cheeks, but look at him. He's so cute and short.
Okay, I wouldn't say chubby, but
He's chubby. Like he's gonna be like, under the suit, he's a little chubby guy because he's not fully animated. And there's also the Astro Boy looking motherfucker with the big rocket boots. That's some old school, in my head, anime. Then you got your standard Cabot Rabbit ladies. That one was like, oh, that's for the fans of the fur. Those people are gonna enjoy her.
I mean, well, to be fair,
look at dude. That is, I mean, that I've never seen a Star Wars character look like that.
but also, how many times has Star Wars been an anime? And this is the one case where I was feeling what you were feeling.
So you're
but
gonna make her a
makes
cat
sense.
girl immediately? Like that's always
not even a cat girl.
It's a rabbit cat thing, man. It's feline in shape.
It feels like a fox to me.
Oh, I don't know if that's better.
That's not. But I'm not. Hey, we actually, you know what?
Keys in the chat. Time to make that weed money.
Look, you know what? Actually, look at the only group that I don't care gets mad at me. Well, yes, it looks like furry stuff.
Yes.
Well, that one, okay.
We're
But
chatting it.
looks like furry stuff. But hey, man, it's like to me that one. At first, I was like, oh, hey, they're just trying to hit every demo. But also like, if it's Star Wars, it makes sense to have those different races.
Yeah.
This can be one, and they can pull it off perfectly fine.
Right. And I don't know.
And I'm happy that other individuals and types are, as you can see, are being Jedis. They're showing more diversity in Jedis than the actual franchise has.
Right. They got laser whips now. I don't even know how laser whips
That's
even
so
work.
dope. They've got cool
I
technology.
mean, it's just General Grievance, but with whips. And I want to say, I don't know if she's human with 6 arms or has bionic arms as the shoulders and the underarms.
I think she's like combining multiple.
Yeah, I can't
things.
tell if that's organic or those are robot for sure. So she has like a backpack that has those things. Like what? And they're on top of a starship in the middle
How
of
are they
space.
breathing in space? No one knows.
They did it in the Rise of Skywalker. They were literally on horseback.
So they'll be fine, right?
They're fine.
But yeah, but for reals, how are you going and feeling it?
I'll watch it. It's on Disney Plus. I already have Disney Plus, so that's one of those things. If you put things on streaming and I don't have to pay extra money for it, I'll watch it. I'm watching What If? Don't cost me nothing but a half hour of my time. This episode had fucking T'Challa as Star-Lord. I don't even like Star-Lord. But
was really
like,
good.
yeah, it's very good. Rest in peace, Chadwick. Kobe. But like this stuff right, can't play too many clips, but I got excited about like that, whatever the hell that is. He's got 2 dark, I don't even know if they're lightsabers, but they look menacing as shit. That creepy old man, he's scary to me. I don't like him. I like that there's a brown Jedi. Are they good guys? Are they bad guys? Who knows? But I've never seen. It looks to be kind of Indian. Could be Mexican. Could be Mandalorian.
They got a little bit of they're like, our Indian quota's hit. Let's give the black people
Right?
one.
And whatever the hell this move
it's
is,
Indian-ish.
where he's putting the kyber crystal in and then switching it back.
And then that's cool. Like I was like, I'm like, they're doing the extraness.
Right. It's like, okay, you got little that the look of that and the way they're making the geometry of them a little Gundam-y to me. That's familiar. I'm like, oh, okay, space Gundams. Then you got like your what's the one Miyazaki-esque type of thing. I'm not saying it's exactly like it, but anytime you see wilderness and greenery in Japan, it's like, oh, Miyazaki. Everybody
Or
makes
those
it.
but that's what I'm saying. Like the stylization can fit into so many different anime studios that I think that even people who aren't necessarily like an anime fan but love certain studios, right? Or certain like Studio Ghibli.
No
right?
one would say that it's a Star Wars.
No one
also.
would say that,
Like,
no.
you know, what's this of? It's got a droid. It's got some things in the back. Is that Star Wars? No indication that it could possibly be that because nothing in Star Wars has ever even presented itself to look like that.
No. And damn.
What? You're just so blown away by the Star Wars.
Nah, I just had like a brain fart moment.
I was trying to let you play it off, but look at they got damsels in distress. You got people stopping the Force with their brains. You got androids and robots. You got whatever. Oh, whoever that is going to be a new plush toy that I want to buy.
Actually, you know, now that you froze this frame, that one, I'm stoked for all of these.
No, but he's like a little,
that's cool.
like a little Astro Boy guy with a little chubby droid. I want the little chubby characters. I guess that's what I like about anime. I like Hamtaro. That was one anime I liked growing up.
Chubby and chibi.
I think like chubby chibi little things there. I think that's what I like about anime initially.
Hey, fuck with it.
Because it's like Dragon Ball Z, whatever. Big muscly guys fighting. Little chubby hamsters, hell yeah. Little chubby droids and a little kid who's probably gonna beat the shit out of somebody with a laser sword.
That'll be
Why the fuck not?
But I love how they're like, you know, taking like they're taking a really not risky approach, but they're trying to meld 2 really big fan bases, right? They're taking Star Wars and anime fans. Of course, I'm more worried about Star Wars fans, but most people are going to come into this and have that sort of bright aspect, right? And I know that there's some Star Wars fans who are like, oh, why is this da 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 da? And I'm like,
And are these make-believes? Like, are they just for funsies or are they canon? I'm not sure.
no one knows.
I think
I think they're just one-off
funsies,
stories.
yeah.
But hey, if they have the huevos to make it canon,
Whatever the
then
fuck
heck
this is,
yeah,
if this guy
that's cool.
if this guy shows up in real Star Wars, I'm gonna cry because he's and then if
that's so there's so like I was sitting through the trailer, and to me maybe it's because it's an anime, maybe it's because it's been a minute since I've like been invested in something Star Wars related other than The Mandalorian. But I was sitting there the entire time like. He even caught me here. I was like, man, it's cool. There's so many shots here. I'm like, that's just cool.
Look at because I'm one of those guys who I'm tired of lightsabers because they're not really. If you hit someone once, they fall asleep forever. So it's not real high stakes. I've seen a 30-minute fight between a guy that was on some lava when I was like 16 or 14, whenever that movie came out. I'm done with lightsabers. But if you're telling me this is out of canon, it's some guy or some girl I don't know. It's essentially an umbrella with lightsabers. Why the fuck not?
Yeah, I mean, they're having...
Look at it's just cool, and it's gonna be a cool toy for the kids, and that's what Star Wars. And that's ultimately my stance on Star Wars. It's for the children.
I wouldn't even say that.
No, but it can be enjoyed for everybody. And this, I don't know, depending on what these are. I mean, it's Disney. I don't think they're going to go any bloody or too deep into the gore or graphic of this.
I feel like this is so.
But ultimately, it's for the children. Non-canon, by the way, is what we're getting from Joey the Jedi.
Perfect. I wouldn't even say I don't view Star Wars as for, because you have games like, you know, like what is it? Fallen Order is not built for children.
But it's at the same time not horribly violent, so a kid could play it and not have too much trouble with it.
I
right?
think
it's family entertainment.
That's the camp I usually put Star Wars in. I don't think it's for kids. I don't think it's for the hardcore Star Wars fans. It's literally a family, like it's a family entertainment series that I think dips, and then it can switch and cater to different audiences, right?
And then, to me, have this filler episodes with karaoke singing at the pod races on Tatooine. Why? I don't know, but I bet you they're going to be able to sell that microphone for lots of money. See, me as a merchandising brain is like, that's a toy, that's a toy,
There's
that's
gonna be
a
so
toy.
many toys out of this.
Yeah, I know.
But I think
you telling me that I'm not going to buy one of those fucking parasols with lightsabers on it?
I will buy the parasol lightsaber, bro. I'm also gonna buy anything super. Excuse me, the lightsaber samurai sword. I'm buying that too.
We're just gonna be minding our business. TJ, why are you hitting us with these lightsabers?
Where'd you get so many?
Give me one, I'll fight you back. Just stop hitting me.
Nah, dude. On the reals though, I really think that the other aspect of it is this is kind of like not necessarily Rogue One territory of aiming for an older audience, but to me, they're getting real actiony here. There's usually one thing that anime does so well with is how to cater to an older demographic, but also still like it's colorful, it's bright. If you turn it on, it's very much like, hey, as a kid, you turn on Toonami, or you turn on Adult Swim, and you're just watching, and you're like, cool, anime, shit's happening, right? But the context, the information, all that kind of stuff is way more adult-oriented.
Yeah.
Especially if it's the studio I'm thinking of that did that one.
Well, I mean, let me kind of backtrack on what I was just saying, because she not only stabs herself in the heart, okay, and then it does some other things here, but then like shortly after this, missed it for a second. I'm trying to catch it because I don't want to get copyright stricken.
Literally can't play it.
There we go. We got two twins in a bottle, and they're also little baby fetuses, and then creepy old man. So that's kind of morbid and dark. I don't think kids should know what fetuses are, like in anime, especially ones born in tubes. I think that's a little bit highbrow for children.
I gotta show you some animes.
Yeah, I don't want to see like look at that right there is just like, ooh, that's a weird thing for Star Wars.
It's
Unless this is the Skywalker twins, then that'd be neato.
This is definitely a weird thing for Star Wars. This is like uncharted territory, and so I'm super stoked for it because I feel as though like this is where they can have fun with the franchise again. And that's what's important, right?
Right. And is that the dark saber as well?
I don't know.
I mean, it could be just a green lightsaber. It could be the Mandalorian
color.
Yeah, it's a Mandalorian dark saber, though. I think is what it is, because it's or it could be just a regular lightsaber. It could be a regular lightsaber.
But that's what's so cool about it. Like they're having fun again, and I think that's like what Star Wars has been missing for a little bit. Is just the fun aspect,
right?
And all of this feels fun.
Also, she totally chopped his leg off, but they had to.
Yeah.
If you look at the line at where. Oh no. If you look at the line of where she sliced, his leg should be removed.
Yeah, his leg should be. But maybe she like did the slice and then turned it off, turned it back on, right?
I don't approve. See, and that's the other thing. The reason why I didn't like Rogue One is because they had Darth Vader do that whole badass. I'm a badass. I'm gonna force crush people, even though I'm an elderly old man, played by James Earl Jones in the '70s. 5 minutes from this scene, but I'm gonna do all this force cool shit, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't like that, but. Because it didn't have proper place in the canon, in my opinion. Of course, I want to see Darth Vader do cool shit, right? But if you can give me some Star Wars where he's really fucking people up and you can see limbs fly off and it's not bloody because it cauterized wounds, but I want to see people get legit wrecked in Star Wars. I want to see what that looks like, and hopefully Disney will have the gusto to do that one day. And if you do it in anime, even fucking better, because then you get anime blood of gallons of explosive blood out of the bodies.
Extra, and I think that's the other benefit of the medium, right? They can get crazier than they really could with live action, and I think that's another reason why the games and maybe some of the more animated properties have always resonated pretty well for me. Because they're able to get, like, there's things you can do that you really just can't pull off in real. Now with Disney money, they should be able to, right? But the bombastic explosions and all that kind of stuff. Now the the light speed cutoff thing? That's dope. That's still dope. But I think that the bombastic explosions and all that things, like, it's okay. But put that shit in anime where you can get real crazy with it. That's dope.
Also, there was something I saw, I think someone mentioned it in the chat though. They also did an anime fan film that was real popular a couple years ago. It looks like they remastered it. It's called TIE Fighter. This shit is bananas, dude. This is not Disney, so I'm not going to get copyright strike. But this is just a fan-made anime, and it looks like, I couldn't tell you. Yeah, very Gundam-y.
Very old school anime-esque.
Right.
And I love it.
Oh, dude. And like the oddities and all the cool things. Like this got ahead a little bit. But no, it looks like head to toe legit. And I'm like, I'm for this.
That's dope.
It's 7 minutes. You can go watch
I've
this on
never
YouTube.
seen this.
We're almost ready to turn our attention.
Yeah, it's
I know what
dope.
I'm watching later, dude.
Yeah, I'll send it
See,
to you. But like, look at they even doing like that little split screen thing. Oh,
Bro, I think that there's a lot of potential here. You've got the anime fan of me hooked as hell. So I'm gonna be watching this, and of course we're gonna review.
and
it,
you
so.
like the Star Wars violence fan in me, so I mean, I'm just saying, if you give me some shit like this. I mean, this is just a fan film, but that shit is dope.
It's dope. It's dope. I don't foresee this unless they're really just cutting in the best parts, which Disney actually is a pretty good company about not doing that.
Right? Yeah. There's still some surprises in here.
I think there's going to be plenty of surprises, some really cool scenes, and I am here for it.
When does this come out? Let's see.
The 22nd of September.
Oh, that's not that far. Oh, and that's gonna keep me busy until Spider-Man: No Way Home. I'm waiting for that. That's my golden egg right now. I can't wait for fucking Spider. I'm not even that big of a Spider-Man fan, but the multiverse. But the multiverse, though. Oh boy, Shang-Chi, cool. Eternal. You said September?
Eternals comes out
Yeah.
first, right?
No, it comes out
Is it
November.
after?
November. So it's Shang-Chi like 3 weeks from now, 2 weeks from now. Then it's Eternals. Then it's Spider-Man. But in between Shang-Chi and Eternals is this.
And then they also have wait, I don't think there's any other I think What If leads into Shang-Chi, right?
No, What If is just What If. To me.
No, I just meant in terms of
it'll
like,
run out by then. They'll go through. They're gonna overlap.
is I don't know when Hawkeye drops.
Hawkeye's in November.
Okay.
Shit. Okay.
There's a lot of Marvel stuff.
fucking Marvel and Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm way more hyped about
Disney,
this
give
than-
us money.
I think the only one right now out of the 3 next movies, Eternals just hasn't won me yet.
Oh, I heard it's the greatest movie to ever live.
Really?
Apparently, like people watched it, like the first cut of it, and the director is Oscar winning, if I'm not mistaken, or nominated at the very least. And they're like, yeah, this shit is the bomb diggity.
I think it's one of those movies. I guess it's one of those movies where the trailer probably won't do it justice because it's not. I think the reason why I haven't been hyped yet is just because it's not one of the ones where they show off a bunch of action or anything.
Right.
It's probably a lot more in terms of contemplative, and they're still going to have the third act Marvel style, but I'm going to be stoked for it regardless. I mean, it doesn't really matter. This is our job. We have to watch all these anyway.
No,
so.
Tommy has the ultimate call, and he's like, we're not watching half of these things. I forget what we're not watching, but we're definitely going to be watching this and reviewing this.
What do you mean we're not watching half these things?
I forgot. I think he didn't want to watch Shang-Chi because he's just like bored with it. But I want to see Shang-Chi, even though I might have to get coronavirus for it.
We are watching it because if when we're all allies, bro. If the Asian community came out for Black Panther, I'm gonna go support for Shang-Chi.
And we'll get our Namor movie one of these days.
You'll get yours. We're not gonna go into that again. But yeah, Star Wars Vision, super hyped, super stoked. I'm like, I think
Watch it or we'll shoot you in the face. I know. I just stopped on that clip. I'm like, that's violent.
I'm sure I'm gonna go ahead and speak for JJ. Pretty sure he's hyped. Pretty sure all the rest of the crew are hyped too. And I will be looking dude, I'm so stoked for it. Like I
want to see this.
The more I
guy.
watch it, the more like I stoked I get. And I'm probably gonna watch it on both fronts. I'm gonna watch it dub and sub, so
Oh my god, that's double the anime.
yeah, well, I mean, I think the sub
My problem with subs is that I have to be watching it, and I don't have a problem with watching it, but I usually just like listening to things in the background and then just like, oh, that's cool. But that's not how you watch things, and so you have to sit down and read. And I actually like subtitles on just any TV because
it's always weird because I'm like, yeah, like,
I don't have good ears, so
I think that with the sub, so the real reason why the dub resonated a little bit, I mean the sub resonated a little bit better is because in like the only real English dialogue is like the Asian accented English dialogue, and I'm like, just give me Japanese. I was like, I'd rather just have it pure and form.
May the force be with you.
And if they're doing a lot of the there's a lot of action, so if they're going to be yelling and doing a lot of emotional stuff, it just resonates.
You don't want "Hey-ya," you want "Yeah." They yell differently.
Yeah, they yell different.
I know, but I learned that actually, strangely enough, watching Empire Strikes Back in Spanish for some reason.
Really?
So me and my dad were watching The Empire Strikes Back in Spanish. We're both speaking perfect English. My dad only majority speaks English, and that was gesture for me saying we're wrapping it up. But I was supposed to switch it to you and do it, but then I did it on air, so the people just saw me go, and then.
I don't control the show.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I caught myself and then called myself out on being like, "We're gonna wrap this up," because back to watching it in Star Wars in Spanish. We were watching it, and when Luke gets kicked out of the window and he goes like, "Ah," and he falls down in the smoke or whatever. Mm-hmm. In the American version, he's like, "Ah, Luke Skywalker," and then in the Spanish version, he goes, "Ay!" And I go, "Dad, what the fuck? Why did he make that noise?" And he's like,
Everyone yells different.
No, he brought it to my attention. When English people get hurt, ouch. They say ouch. When people in Mexico, Spanish speakers, when they get hurt, ay.
Because that's ouch.
Yeah, it's their ouch.
I mean, it's like...
So, for us, like Charlie Brown, it's ay. Like,
I mean, it's... I'm surprised...
I just never noticed it until that moment.
I figured, I guess for me, my kind of switch on for that was when I learned how uhs and like what the pauses are different for different cultures. Like for us, it's but right? In Japanese, it's eto or like something like that. So it's like, so you like pause like, eto for a longer period of time.
Right. And then you have Star Wars blasters and lightsabers. That's the eternal
cool.
language.
It's so cool, man.
That's the eternal language. Blaster noises.
Yeah, I mean, look, everybody knows what that is.
Right. Streaming September 22nd. No, I fucking love Star Wars blaster noises. It's one of my favorite sounds in the world.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking great. The TIE fighter scream and the blaster noise, that doom, doom. I fucking love that sound.
Well, they're so iconic that you're like,
no, but because I figured out organically where the noise came from. Have you ever seen like a tension cable on like a power light thing? I was like a kid one time and I was flicking it. I was like, that sounds like a laser blast. And then I found out years later that's what they recorded.
Yeah, that's actually what they use.
So it's just like, doom, doom, doom. And like the fact that that's just an organic sound, fucking tight.
Dude, I want to make one episode or really dive into SFX one of these days because sound effects are like how they're made.
Shit,
so cool.
I'll just be a Foley. Have you seen like those guys where it's like, oh man, they're gonna grab a cup and they just make the noise like into the thing, right? It's like, oh man, they're walking on gravel. It's them wearing shoes on their hands, walking on gravel. I'm like, that sounds awesome to do. And I want to get into voiceover so I can do anime dubs and subs. Woo! You
flipped it so fast I couldn't even say anything.
You don't get to say things.
I was like, had my mouth open. Someone was like,
because I'd be like,
did he just brain?
You'll never stop me. I'm Samurai Jedi. That's how all my voices will sound in anime.
But I'm super stoked for this. I'm super stoked for a lot of the stuff coming out, but the most of all, I'm super stoked for everybody who's watching. And so, thank you today, but also just thank you in general. Thank you guys. If we're not articulating it enough, the support means the world, and the more support we get, the more stuff we can do,
and the more Star Wars we could talk about. Disney, give us money. Disney, not you guys. You guys can. We have places where you can buy mexmerch.com.
Stop shilling our shit. Literally just hit the follow, hit the likes. It all means a lot.
That's shilling in its own right. Let them do it organically. Let them make their own decisions of whether they like us and want to support us so that we can do this for a long time. Otherwise, I bought all this equipment for nothing and we fail. That's up to them.
That's not up to them. What you choose to do with this equipment is up to you. But
but if we get negative viewers, it's like,
that's on you.
I just be screaming into the void, baby.
I blame you. But for reals, thank you guys so much. I know that I got a little more genuine than I usually do. So it does mean the world. So
this pony status genuine. Like, just. I said pony status genuine. He gets it. Time for us to go. Find him at TJ Man on social media. Find me at the Mexcellence. Doot, doot, doot.